So we're up here on the hillside. This is a field. It was an old pasture that I've been planting a lot of chestnut trees in. The soil is really poor up here, just super heavy clay with virtually zero topsoil. And everything I read, chestnuts need a well-drained soil, but you know, we find wild chestnuts around here, so I felt like they could grow. And what I did was I built these pits and mounds. I just used a rototiller to do it, but I've been making them all different ways. So you can see this tree, just to get it above the really high water table we have and out of the heavy clay. We built this mound, and you can see there's a depression here and then a big rise, and that gives the crown of the root system some good drainage. This tree is, I believe it's 4 years from seed, but it might be 3. I can't always keep track of things like that. But it made some burrs this year. I'm not sure if it actually has nuts in it or if they got pollinated or not, but it's putting on a lot of good growth, and it looks like it's clearly getting established. Okay, so I planted this tree maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and there's some more up here that I planted at least 5 years ago, possibly 6. Like I said, I can't keep track of things, but you'll see what an extra year can do once they get above deer height. So here we are at a slightly more mature chestnut tree that I planted about 5 years ago. It's way taller than me, at least twice as tall as me, and I put this guard on to keep the deer from rubbing. It doesn't need a fence anymore, which is really nice. I don't do any weeding. Might mow around it a couple times. You can see a buck just rubbed on it a couple weeks ago, which I always feel like is almost like a graduation for a tree once a deer decides to rub on it, because they can't rub on little tiny seedlings. They like a real tree. So we got a nice sapling here. You can see it's forming an actual real trunk. And one thing we haven't talked about with chestnuts is they grow pretty fast, and they make a really amazing wood that's just as rot resistant, maybe more than black locust. So just awesome for fence posts, building materials, and a replacement for pressure treated lumber can come from chestnuts again. So this is just a few years of growth there, and I'll keep it wrapped up to keep the voles off of it, because they will definitely chew the bark right off of there this winter if I don't. Well, yeah, there we go. 5-year-old chestnut tree doing well up here on the hill.